Welcome to today's broadcast. I am your host, Teresa T.L. Matthew, the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet, the most spectacular sweetener that there is on the market. Welcome to Sarah Nutritional Therapy, the live stream. Stands for Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. It also could stand for, sweet and irresistible. But welcome to today's broadcast. You can catch this live stream on Twitter at Some Sweet Foods, on Instagram at Some Sweet Foods, and also on Facebook at Sairnt, Sairnt, and on YouTube at Sairnt. Yes, you can. And I told you I was trying to go live on TikTok, right? But you know what I need over there? I need 1,000 followers over there. So you guys go find me on TikTok and subscribe over there so I can go live. I'm gonna post up some videos and things over there on TikTok, but go ahead and find me, Sairnt, on TikTok. I said that. I just better make sure. Better make sure that is who I am on TikTok, because TikTok loves to sing, so we ain't trying to have any of that. Oh, look at here. Here's a grandpa getting it in. Yes, at Sairnt on TikTok. So please go subscribe over there so I can start going live, streaming live on TikTok as well. There are a few videos over there. I will show you guys. Yes, see, there are a few over there where I was trying to do some encouragement and motivational stuff on TikTok. So go over there and subscribe over there on TikTok. And also subscribe over on YouTube. Yes, YouTube at Sairnt. Subscribe and follow so you'll know when I'm going live, and also on Facebook so you'll know when I'm going live over there as well. Also, you can also get the podcast, the rebroadcast of this, just the audio version. None of this goodness is there. Just the audio, just the voice is over there. And you can get that wherever you get your podcasts from, wherever platform you listen to your podcast on. Just look for me. Sairnt stands for Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. Yes, it does. All right. So, want to remind you all, in case you haven't, get your 4 bottles in. You need four a day. That's 64 ounces. That's the minimum that you need to get per day to keep yourself nice and hydrated. Yes, and if you don't know what your risk is for type 2 diabetes, please go over to the American Diabetes Association, and they have an assessment that you can take that will help you to know what your risk is. Okay, so also for today, there was, there are a lot of recalls out there, so I'm just queuing up this information here so that there are some recalls that I want to let us know. I have to keep you updated on this just in case you didn't get the memo. I want to help you out. So there's, oops, you know what? My heater is going. Let me turn that off. That'll be making that humming sound in the background. I want to keep myself warm. But anyway, so there are some recalls here that are going on nationwide. There are 7 recalls at Costco, Trader Joe's, and more supermarkets. So let's see what's going on at Costco. The Nature's Own honey wheat bread. That's at Costco's, and they sell it for in packages of 2 loaves, and certain bundles are being recalled due to the potential presence of undeclared milk. Flowers Food and the FDA have issued a recall on a specific code of their Nature's Own honey wheat bread. So that notice was sent to Costco members who purchased the item. So if you have a milk allergy, do not eat any of the remaining bread. And again, that was Nature's Own. Just please return it to Costco for a full refund. Now, see, I like how they did that, because everybody else said, you get rid of it. But they said, please return it to Costco for a full refund. So it says that those warehouses that were affected are in Arizona and Colorado. So best use by date on that is 12/26/20 21, and UPC code is there. It's a long number. But yeah, so if you would want to check with Costco's to see what that is. So that was Nature's Own honey wheat bread. Also, looks like Costco's. This is not a food item, but it's a two-tone candle, two-tone jar candles that's sold at Costco's. It's being recalled. Almost 140,000 of the two-tone jar candles sold at Costco's are being recalled because they pose laceration and fire hazards. So if you know what that is, if you've seen it, if you have something that looks like that, a candle. So they said there was like 138 reports of that shattering. So they were sold at Costco between August and September for about around 17 bucks. So if you got that, you might want to take that back to Costco's as well. And let me see here. That candle. Herbal Essence, Pantene, and more dry shampoos. There are more than 30 types of dry shampoos that are being recalled by Procter & Gamble after the presence of benzene was detected in some products. And so this recall items are under the brand name of Aussie, Hair Food, Herbal Essence, Old Spice, Pantene, and Waterless. So benzene is classified as a human carcinogen. So if you know of any of those items, you guys might want to just return those if you have those. And here's one for Morton salt. So almost 17,000 26-ounce canisters of Morton salt is being recalled because of mislabeling. Instead of iodized salt, the package contains salt that isn't fortified with iodine. The items in question have a best by date of 9/8/2026 and were distributed to retailers in Colorado and California. So it's a recall, yeah, on that Morton salt. Let's see. I don't know if I mentioned this one, but Minute Maid Beverages was reported that more than 7,000 cases of this juice were being recalled due to possibility that they may contain pieces of metal. And I think we might have mentioned that before, but the original recall cited 59-ounce jugs of Minute Maid Berry Punch, Fruit Punch, Strawberry Lemonade products, and this update later has listed the risk posed by containers of Minute Maid watermelon juice sold in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. So the firm has also noted was notified via a consumer complaint about the product contained long pieces of metal. So if you have any Minute Maid fruit punch or Minute Maid type products, that's even in a jug, or this was in the paper carton. So yeah, I think we talked about the Kool-Aid products, so it's an ongoing recall on the Kool-Aid products. So please, if you have any of those, the Kool-Aid in the canisters, that's Kraft Heinz Food Company says throw the items away involved in the recall. Get them out of your pantry immediately. So this seems like it says that it is classified. It's a class 2 event by the FDA due to the potential presence of glass and metal in the affected products, and that means that yeah, so it's got glass or metal in that product. So that's the Kool-Aid in the canisters. Trader Joe's, this last one here, I think it's Trader Joe's, Trader's Ming Chicken and Vegetable Wonton Soup. So the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Safety inspected the service says that the containers of Trader Ming's chicken and vegetable wonton soup sold in Arizona, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, South California, Southern Nevada, Utah, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. may contain undeclared shrimp and pork. No reports of adverse reactions have been confirmed at this time. So, unfortunately, yeah, so you want to, if you got any of those items, that is Trader Ming's chicken and vegetable wonton soup. So, it's got pork and it has pork in it and what did I say? Shrimp. Undeclared pork and shrimp. So that's the recalls for today. I mean that's plenty, don't you think? Woo, that's a lot. Man, our food, you guys, we're putting, we're not mixing it and making it and producing it all ourselves. We're not growing our own fruits and veggies. We're dependent on others, and sometimes, I mean, so just want to let you guys know that, keep you up to date on that. All right, this little light is not as bright as it could be. All right, so what's next? On to the topic for today. Slimming foods that can help you reach your goal weight, because I know it's that time of the year, right? It's just about that time of the year. And what are we doing this time of the year? We're eating everything that we can. Let me get back up into the light here. So I'm looking a little dim. I just hate to be like all up on you, But yeah, we're not we're at this time of the year we're probably trying to eat as much as we can so that we can get ready for January, when after the first of the year, what's the thing that we're going to do? We're going to be like dieting. Oh, I turned it right off. Yeah, so the first of the year everybody's going to be trying to diet, and we need some help with that. Need to know what foods you can eat, what foods that will help you with that, and and I recommend that you not just diet, but that you make lifestyle changes, right? So that this not just be something that you're trying to do for just a short period of time, blast the weight off, and then go back to your old habits. Because I was just looking at a study, or I've been trying to do a little bit of research here on a study that they did with the people that was on The Biggest Loser. And so the people who were on The Biggest Loser, they did all that. They did all that exercise and dieting and all that stuff, and then how that messed up their metabolism. And so that messed up their metabolism because they were doing that really, really fast. And there was a study where they compared those people who were on The Biggest Loser to people who got like some sort of gastric bypass surgery or something like that, and found that the people who did The Biggest Loser, their metabolism was really, really messed up. Like their set point changed and all of that. So it wasn't regulating the way that it should. And then the people who got the gastric bypass, that at first the study seemed to say, that's why I haven't brought that out yet, but at first the study seemed to say that their metabolism was okay. So I don't know if their metabolism remained okay over the course of time of the study, or whether it got worse, because I saw two different reports. So I'm still digging into that. But just to say that if you're doing all this yo-yoing and stuff, and trust and believe, I know, because like my metabolism is one that is like not 100% the best, right? I really wish I had a super fast metabolism, but I don't. I mean, sugar, and a lot of that is hormonal, and sugar, really wreaks havoc on your hormones. And once you're insulin resistant, then you have more problems than somebody who's insulin sensitive. I jumped because I saw my light jump. I saw my light start to fall. But yeah, you have a lot more problems than somebody who is actually insulin sensitive. So with that being said, don't just do something for like a fad. make a change, make a serious change, make a lifestyle change, change, change for real. I'm gonna stay in the camera because I saw a lot of pieces where it was like I was like halfway out, halfway in. But make a change for real, something that's gonna be permanent and continuous. So do it slowly, gradual. Don't try and rush the process. You didn't put the weight on overnight, right? You didn't put it on overnight. You didn't go to bed one night and then wake up 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds over over your original weight. That didn't happen. It happened slowly and gradually. So, and the best way, not the only way, but the best way to lose your weight and to lose the fat that's been added to your body, that the fat that you've acquired, is to do it slowly and gradually, and that'll help your body to adjust to the changes that you're making rather than shocking it, which is what a lot of times what we do on these diets. So make gradual changes and do it slowly. So let's talk about some foods that are slimming, that help you to reach your goal weight. And I hope I'm not repeating myself because I try and take stuff out, but I see these subjects and they keep popping back up. And I know it's that time of the year. So I think we've talked a lot about berries, you know. So they are, and we talk a lot about them because they're antioxidant packed, and they're known belly fat fighters. So raspberries help to speed up the metabolism. Strawberries help to regulate blood sugar. Thanks to their raspberries will help to speed up your metabolism thanks to their ketones, which are similar to capsaicins. So that's a good thing about raspberries. So berries, get you a bowl of berries, berry mixed, things like that. And also, we've talked about them before. They're low on the glycemic index. So, bear with me. So, you want to just, get those foods. Those are great. That's great. Berries are great. Some other foods, nuts and seeds, right? So the nuts and seeds are going to help you to stay satisfied. And if I'm repeating myself, please forgive me. It's not like we have there are a million foods out there. There are tons and tons and tons of foods, but it's not like there's a lot of foods out there. So it just kind of happens that way, right? So nuts are they're a great snack and they deliver plenty of nutritional benefit. I eat nuts every single day. So, so you want to do nuts and seeds. And my computer is not wanting to change the page. I cannot believe, am I frozen? I have nothing open. Bananas, they're low on the glycemic index and that makes them ideal for weight loss because they help to stabilize the blood sugars. Bananas are sweet, and the best, you guys might not like it as much, but the best bananas to eat are probably when they're more on the green side. They're going to be like really, really firm, but that's the best time because the starch that's in the banana at that point is a resistant starch. So it's better for you and it helps to really keep your blood sugar from rising and provides the satiety that you need. So, but bananas, if you're going to just get them the nice golden yellow color that they are, they will help to stabilize your blood sugar and they'll provide you with slow release energy. So they're good for before you work out and after you work out. So bananas are something that's good. Peas. Now the English peas, green peas. Yeah, they're called English peas. I don't like them, but a lot of people like them. I remember my mom used to make peas and potatoes, and Yeah. Peas and potatoes. I like the potato part, did not like the peas part. I do not like peas, but those little green round peas, the peas are harder to digest, which, that helps them to bulk up your intestines and they help to keep you regular. Yeah, they'll help you keep you regular. They're also one of the best plant based sources of protein. So if you've seen plant based protein powders out there, usually a lot of them will be pea protein. So, watermelon. Watermelon is one of those 0 calorie foods. Watermelon contains a high proportion of water. It's the name. And you can eat a ton of it and not get fat because of the water content is going to fill you up. And you know, you won't eat anything else after you eat watermelon. And in the summertime, I get watermelon, and I'm usually the only person that eat it. And I put it in the I cut it up, put it in the fridge, and just go get me a bowl full of it. It's a great, it's a great diuretic. I mean, it makes everything flow. And it fills you up. So watermelon is really good. It's one of the healthiest foods that you can eat. And it's going to help with the sweet tooth and all of that. Now, if you're insulin resistant and you want to not have as much of it, but it is a good food for you. But when you're insulin resistant, some things that are good for you are not necessarily things that you can just like really go crazy and eat. So if you're insulin resistant, you want to be mindful, but it is a great healthy food that doesn't really, you know, do anything as far as fat is concerned and calories like that. Salmon is, of course, we talk a lot about salmon here. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and because the protein takes longer to digest, your metabolism gets an extra boost, and that keeps you feeling full longer. And that is a tip right there. Protein takes longer to digest, so your metabolism gets an extra boost. So I love proteins. Remember, I was telling you about my protein shake that I miss so much. It's called the BLD protein. That's my protein powder mix. It's going to be available in 2022. So, yeah, that protein powder mix is really great for helping to fill you up and all of that. Did I skip one of these? Because I remember, because I'm mentioning the protein powder. And when I think about it, the next thing on the list, eggs, because eggs contain all the amino acids that your body needs, in addition to lecithin, which lowers cholesterol and improves liver function. So talking about my protein made me think of that, because eggs contain everything, and my protein powder does contain some eggs. That's what made me think about the eggs. Um, Also, the next thing, apples. So apples are a slimming food because it contains pectin that helps to block fat absorption in the body, and it's also high in fiber. So take longer. That's gonna make it take long. You can't just run through an apple like that. It takes a little bit to eat. So it gives you the opportunity to signal your brain that you're full, and that your stomach is full and things like that. So yeah, so high in fiber. Yes, apples. So let's see, what else do we have. Hmm. Now, a lot of people love this. I do not like this because it is a mild diuretic, and that is asparagus. It helps you de-bloat fast, and it contains hardly any calories. But again, make sure your instinct. But it's a diuretic and it's good for you. I think we talked about this before about chili peppers. They're spicy, and I don't do spice. And it helps to increase your caloric expenditure thanks to the capsaicin, so it's going to speed up that metabolism. Yes, but y'all can have them because I don't do well with them. With the spice, that is, not with the spice. Oh, the next thing on the list is that would be good for a good slimming food is carrots, because they're filled with indigestible fiber. So in the raw carrots, and they help to detoxify the body, and that supports weight loss. And I love carrots. You guys like carrots? You all like carrots? Hey, hi. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just checking the notes to see here who's performing. What about jellies and jams? Oh, you're talking about the berries, Bonnie? So fresh is preferred, I'm sure, but it's not always available. Yeah, berries, fresh berries. Yeah, jellies and jams are going to have way too much sugar in them. Unless you sweeten it with some sweet. But yeah, they're going to have way too much sugar. Yeah. All right, so some other slimming foods. We covered carrots, we did bananas. Let's see what else. We peas, watermelon, salmon, tomatoes. Maters. Get you guys some maters, some tomatoes. The potassium contained in tomatoes help to regulate and optimize blood pressure. They're also a high volume, low calorie food that will fill you up quickly. Now, I love grape and cherry tomatoes because I can just throw them by the handfuls into my salad. And I do mean the handful. I grab a handful of them, throw them in my salad, maybe a handful and a half. You guys can see my hand, size of my hand. So a handful of them and throw them in my salad. And I think I've showed you guys my salad bowl before. If I didn't show it to you all, I'll have to do that. But a handful, throw them in my salad, and I keep tomatoes like that all the while I'm making my salad. I'm still eating tomatoes because they're tiny. They're small, and you can just pop them in your mouth. So tomatoes. The next on the list is green tea. So green tea has catechins, the bitter substance contained in green tea, and it's a powerful antioxidant that helps keep norepinephrine levels elevated and promotes thermogenesis in the body. Translation? Yes, translation, please. I know. Green tea revs up your body's fat burning furnace big time. So, green tea, and not the bottled Lipton kind with the sugar in it. No, 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 no. Steep your green tea, add a little, some sweet to it. If you gotta sweeten it like that, steep your green tea. Don't get it all sugar filled. I mean, it might still have some benefits, but it's got all that sugar in it. So, but green tea and rev up your body's fat burning system. Also, sauerkraut, and that is a fermented food, tangy, fermented, full of probiotics, and low in calories. So, and sauerkraut is great. I don't know what else to tell you. Sauerkraut is German, which means sour white cabbage. That's what it means. But it's just sauerkraut, and it's great, and it's a probiotic, and it's good for your gut health as well. We're gonna have a talk about that. The again, because I want to refresh us of the gut, the track between your gut and your brain, your stomach, your gut, your intestines, and your brain. There is a connection there, and we're going to talk about that this week. Roast beef. If you are a meat eater, if you're not, you can ignore this. Close your ears. But roast beef contains a ton of protein and is relatively low in calories. It's also lower in saturated fat, making it a good alternative to other animal proteins. So roast beef. So that's a good slimming food. And remember, because the protein helps you stay satiated. Pears. Now I do have some of these. They're high in fiber. because you know they got all that little gritty stuff in there, and I know that's got to be some kind of fiber. You know, because well, I don't know. Don't you guys know that pears got that little crunch, 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 hard little seedy kind of into the flesh crunch kind of thing going on? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But pears, they're high in fiber, and pears will help slow digestion and keep you full longer. It also helps to regulate the blood sugar, making you less likely to reach for high calorie snacks all day long. So, you know, a pear would be great to eat if you can find them. They were recently in season because I just got some from the store. Um, lentils, lentils. I love lentils, but lentils are healthy, high fiber starch, right? That's low in fat and calories, making it an optimal choice for weight loss. So they're also protein rich, and they will help you to maintain your muscle mass from working out. So lentils, and you know lentils are available in like red or green, you know. So lentils, very very good. We've talked about this particular vegetable before, Brussels sprouts. You know, they're low. It's a low calorie vegetable. It's very filling. It's a good source of protein, and you can make a meal out of them when you just pair it with a nutrient-rich grain like quinoa. You can just add them together and have you a nice healthy meal. Brussels sprouts. And I know we've mentioned this fish before, but cod. This lean fish is rich in protein and essential amino acids as long as you don't bread it and fry it before serving it. So it'll help you lose weight by curbing your appetite and also help to regulate your metabolism. Now, I think I've shared here before the way that I like. Now I do like a good fried piece of cod, but it's got to be battered just right. And then that batter sometimes, yeah, no. This is how I like to cook it. I like to put it in a pan, put some butter on top of it and some lemon pepper, and off to the oven it goes, and bake it like that. Well, of course you got to put a little water in your pan, but and bake it like that. And if you don't have an oven, get you a saute pan, put it on top of the stove, turn your stove up to like low to medium heat. Put the butter and all of that, the butter and the water and the lemon pepper on it as well. Put the lid on it and let it steam off like that. Yes, that's how I like to eat my cod, but I love cod. Citrus fruits, lemons, limes, oranges. You guys know the fruits we're talking about. They are easily digestible and they're filled with vitamin C, which helps to metabolize fat faster. So their juice and zest are extremely useful in cooking. Remember, I just said lemon pepper cod. So they add that necessary touch of acidity to balance out the other flavors. And so, you know, get you a glass of water, put you some lemon in there, some mint, and hey, well, y'all probably are going to need it sweetened because unless you've kicked the sugar habit, you won't find that to be very palate pleasing. So, in that case, dare I say it again? Add a little something sweet. Just a little. Okay, sorry. Couldn't help myself. All right. Next is milk. So, again, if you're vegan, close your ears. But dairy products help increase weight loss thanks to metabolism boosting calcium. Also, the fat contained in milk helps you to stay satisfied longer and helps you to prevent you from overeating. You know, and it also, you know, you can have it after you work out. It's great for that. Leeks. Leeks are rich in potassium and they're excellent for detoxifying the body and slimming you down. They have a mild onion-like taste that adds a lovely flavor to soups. And they can be used the same way as you do onions. And they actually look like onions, you know. So, but leeks, rich and rich in potassium. Yes. So this one, if you're vegan, you'll probably like this because it's tofu. It's a reliable source of satiating plant-based protein, and it's an excellent replacement for meats when you're trying to watch out for calories. So, yes. Tofu. Papaya is the next thing on the list. And papayas are rich in are fiber rich in fiber, and it's low in calories. It's high in potassium, and it's helpful for improving your digestive function and countering a high salt intake. So, papaya. We've talked about cinnamon before, and if you recall, I said cinnamon, which is the next thing on our list. Cinnamon, the best cinnamon for us to get and consume is Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon. That's the best cinnamon to get because the other cinnamon is high in coumarin, and that is actually toxic for us if we get it in too high of a level. So this has Ceylon cinnamon has way less. So if you're going to be using it for something like this, because it helps to suppress the appetite and stabilizes blood sugar, you'd want to get Ceylon cinnamon. And I know that, and I told us before that the cinnamon that you can find regular on the store shelves is going to be a cinnamon called cassia cinnamon, and it is cinnamon. But if you're really gonna eat a lot of cinnamon, I would admonish you to go make sure that you're getting Ceylon cinnamon. Okay, but you can sprinkle it on your toast, and you can add it to your smoothie bowls and things like that. So, but cinnamon is really good for you. And artichoke is what's next on the list. And so, it contains a phytonutrient sauerkraut, and that helps to detoxify your liver. And it's also high in fiber and low in calories. Now remember, the artichoke, you can only eat the heart of the artichoke because you can see all of the fiber in all them exterior leaves that you have to pull off. And it's choke. That's why it's called artichoke. So you want to get the middle where the fiber is not like what it is on the outer leaves, where you get the softer, the part that's not the choke you part on the inner leaves. You can only eat the heart of the artichoke. Next on the list is beans. So beans are great because they contain fiber and many soluble vitamins. So beans, so you can get all kind of beans. There's pink, and kidney beans, like they have like cannellini, which is like a white kidney bean. Then there's a red kidney bean. Then there's a pink kidney bean. Then there's a kidney bean that's like a dark red kidney bean, and then you got pinto beans, navy beans, black beans. Woo, we got tons and tons and tons of beans. So beans are really good for us. All right. Mineral water. Now, I said to suggest to drink water. Now, you can find mineral water on, like this in the bottles. So they do have water, and they call it mineral water that's in the bottles. But mineral water contains calcium, which optimizes fat burning. It also helps to flush toxins out of your body and reduces belly bloat, and helps you. That's going to help you get your weight loss goals faster. Fresh herbs, right? Fresh herbs are an excellent way to flavor your dishes rather than adding a ton of fat and salt. So I used to eat, well, I said fat and salt, and then I'm thinking about this pizza that I used to get that was rosemary, crispy crust, thin crust, rosemary with the cheese, and a I don't know if there was any other sauce on there, a white sauce, but it was really really good. But rosemary. But aside from that, there are many added health benefits to it. Thyme, for example, is effective at lowering blood pressure. Rosemary stimulates blood flow, keeping metabolic processes active. And mint is especially good for digestion. And you can also get parsley is good for cleaning up the old breath. Yeah. Oatmeal. So we talked about oatmeal before, but it's filled with fiber, which is essential for weight loss, and that helps you to keep your appetite at bay, right? So oatmeal. Oh, you know what, you guys? Have you guys ever had buttermilk? Buttermilk is really good because it's a good source of vitamin B12, phosphorus, and of course calcium. But you'll also benefit from the probiotic microbes that promote good gut bacteria. And this kind of bacteria promotes fat burning and helps keep your GI system in great shape. So, buttermilk. Now, I don't know about you out there, but I used to love me some buttermilk and cornbread. If that's speaking to any of you out there, then I know you're from the South somewhere. Buttermilk and cornbread. I used to love it. Not saying that I don't love it anymore, but I just haven't had it in a while. Celery. Celery is one of those so-called negative calorie foods. 0 calories, zilch, filled with fiber. So you can eat as much celery as your heart desires, because it's negative calories. It's pretty much all fiber, and we know that, right? So celery, and it's full of water too. So. Coffee gives your metabolism an extra kick, helping you to burn fat quicker. So coffee is a great metabolism booster. It also, if you're exercising, or, to help you to improve your performance there, you know, so help you do your squats or your jumps, give you extra boost of energy there. So coffee, and of course, we know what kind of coffee I'm talking about, right? Right. Black coffee, no sugar, that kind of coffee. Yeah, if you fill it with sugar, then you're going to get a spike and then a crash. Bell peppers. One whole bell pepper will only set you back for 30 calories. The red variety is especially effective in the fat burning department. Again, you got all of those, the colors and all of that really helps to give you all of the nutrients and stuff. But bell peppers. So there's another fish on the list. There's trout. It's high in omega-3 fatty acids, low in calories, and so you should be eating fish twice a week, and it's a great alternative to salmon. And so what we're talking about here are slimming foods that you can eat to help you meet your weight loss goals that you got coming, which I know that a lot of us are going to have come January 2. Usually sleeping off January 1 from December 31st, right? Yeah, so January 2, everybody's going to be starting to look at what we're going to do for weight loss, right? Broccoli. And broccoli should be your go-to veggie. It's not carb or calorie heavy, but it is high in belly filling fiber. The lean green fat fighting machine also gets some assistance from specific phytochemicals that aid in weight loss. So broccoli is super good for us. And let's see what other foods we have on the list that help with the weight loss. I'm trying to pull up my list here again. So we went over seeds, and we went over berries. We went over cod. So, we did mention a ferment, which was sauerkraut, but let's go with other ferments that you can add because those are rich in probiotics. So fermented foods, so they help with to promote the growth of the good bacteria in your gut. So we were talking about that when we talked about the sauerkraut, but kimchi, kombucha, miso, kefir, and yogurt, they have live cultures. So you want to get some of those other foods. So again, that's helps support your gut microbiome. So those foods are really, really great for that. And let's see, what else do we have on the list? Onions. So onions are high in vitamin C with only 40 calories per 100 grams. And although this vegetable doesn't necessarily possess fat burning properties, it's a key ingredient to create more flavor in recipes, which means you can cut back on fats and salt. And I know that a lot of people, when I used to be in the keto rooms and the keto groups, I pop in there every now and then. Still, people on the keto were, afraid to add herbs and spices to their foods because they were trying to count them, as far as, when they're counting the carbs and things like that. And I'm like, no, no, no. You can get some powder, some onion powder. You can get onion, the minced onion, like already, like in the jar, whatever. If you don't feel like mincing it and, tearing up and stuff, but you can get it. It's already dried, and add that to season up everything. Onions. If I put a lot of onion in the food that I make, like I do fresh onion, chop it up, and then still add onion powder and still add garlic powder and still add maybe some minced onion. I'll put a lot of onion in certain things because onions really flavor your food really well. So they're only that dangerous when they're fresh and they make you tear up and all of that kind of stuff. But as far as cooking, no, it flavors your food really, really well. Onions and garlic and, a little seasoning salt if you have to have some kind of salt, and your food is like seasoned. I mean, sure, you can hit all the rest of the spices that you want, but do not leave onions out. And if you're doing keto, please season your food. Make the taste better. Seasoning, you do not count in the carbs. You just don't. You got to enjoy your food still. Uh, Lamb's lettuce. You ever heard of that? Lamb's lettuce. Lamb's lettuce contains a high percentage of omega 3s, which has a positive effect against stress. Oh, I need some lamb's lettuce. Yes. The less stress you have, the less you have to worry about your body holding on to unwanted pounds. Yes, yes, yes. Your body will hold on to unwanted pounds when you are stressed. I need to say that to myself. Peace. Yeah. So your body will hold on to unwanted pounds um, when you're holding on to stress. So you want to be stress free. So this is a great fighter against stress. Lamb's lettuce. I'm going to look for that at the store. Um, Lean turkey or chicken. It's protein packed. It's good to help fight that yo-yo dieting kind of thing. You choose the lean cuts. I think there's a turkey. I've seen a turkey loin in the store. In certain stores you can get a turkey loin. It's probably about that, big. Turkey loin, and it looks sort of like a pork loiner. I don't eat pork, don't necessarily eat beef, but a turkey loin would be something that is really good, and you season that up and you can have that. You can make turkey salad from it. You can make turkey sandwiches from it. But a turkey loin, and I know we just passed by gobble gobble day and all of that, but even still, I mean, I eat turkey every day, or not every day, but I mean, it's a staple for me. um so instead of ground beef, I use ground turkey. And believe you me, I season the heck out of my turkey because it doesn't taste good if you don't season it up really well. So I season it very, very well. Mozzarella cheese is rich in calcium, and it's a good source of protein, and contains multiple water soluble and fat soluble vitamins. So you just want to watch your portion sizes because it is higher in calories. But mozzarella cheese, y'all. Eggplant. The next thing on the list is it contains pectin like apples, and it fills your stomach, and it simultaneously curbs your appetite. So eggplants are a great fleshy vegetable to eat. Rye bread. I don't like rye bread, but for those of you who do, um, Unlike processed white bread, rye helps to stabilize blood sugar and insulin levels, and it helps the body burn fat rather than store it. So rye bread, so it's high in fiber and it's denser. That's going to make it a more satiating type of bread. But rye bread, if you like the taste of rye, I'm trying to think. There is a sandwich? What is that? Reuben sandwich that's made with rye bread, right? So there you go. And it is Reuben in the meat that's on the Reuben sandwich. Is that roast beef, or what kind of meat is that? If it's not roast beef, what is it? Pastrami, maybe. Hmm, something like that. Anyway, the next on the list is tuna. So it is a protein-rich fish, one of the most protein-rich, in fact. And you can mix it with Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise for a healthier tuna salad. Yeah, you could do that. I could see that happening as long as put all the right, put your onions in there. Now, this is how I make my tuna. So I'm just put y'all up on a little something here. I make my tuna. Of course, I use mayo, but if I was going to try this, I might try Greek yogurt instead. But you put that in there. You put some mustard in there. You put some chopped up minced onion in there. Make it very, very small, and not a lot, just enough to get the onion flavor going through it, because you don't want to be like tasting like onion after you eat tuna. But put you some onion in there. Put you some pickle relish in there. Now, I like sweet pickle relish, but of course I don't buy the sweet pickle relish. I buy dill pickle relish, right? I buy dill relish, and then because I like it sweet, I just simply add some sweet to the taste till I get it to the sweet taste that I like it, so that I have sweet pickle relish like that. And then I put that in there, and then chop up some celery. I have to have celery inside of my tuna. I like that little added crunch in there. And did I say mustard already? I put mustard in there, mustard, mayo, and then I put a little pepper in there. Sometimes a little salt, but not really a lot. But a little pepper in there, because I like to have the flavor of the pepper in there as well. And mix that all up. And when I make tuna, I usually will make a batch of tuna and a batch of egg salad. And then I take the tuna and the eggs, some of the egg salad, and I take the egg salad, which is made exactly like the tuna, just minus the tuna, and I throw that into the eggs and the tuna, because I like eggs in my tuna. See? But that's me. Y'all don't have to do that. Y'all don't have to do that. But I'm just telling you, it's good. If you haven't had it, yeah. See? But that's how I get all my protein in. Lots of protein. All right. And before our time is up, let's look at zucchini. Zucchini is a great source of plant protein and vitamin A, and it's strikingly low in calories. It's only 17 calories per 100 grams. And you can spiralize the zucchini, and you can use it in place of pasta. So it's like a great noodle alternative. So if you're making a traditional pasta dish and you don't want to go for the pasta, go for the spiralized zucchini. And it's a great way to get your kids to eat some veggies, because it's fun, because it's spiralized. It looks like spaghetti and stuff. So they might, take to it a little bit more if if you have problems getting them to eat veggies. So put all your regular sauces on it and eat it just like that. So zucchini. And we might have time for a couple more. Avocado. We've already talked about avocado. We talked about it. It's got the great fats in there. It helps to tackle your hunger. You can, put it on toast if you like it. You can use the guacamole in place of mayo, because that's great, for that. So you can put it in your salad. It's high in fiber. So it's rich in the omega-3 fatty acids, the good fats, and high in fiber. What else can you say? Avocados. We talked about the yogurt, and everyone's favorite is when you're on the keto is cauliflower, right? So we know that that there's cauliflower everything. However, that cauliflower pizza crust is not lower in calories, you guys. It's not lower in calories. It's not lower in fat. Whatever it is that they're adding to it, it's just jacking it up. even jacking up the carbs. I don't know how they did that. So you might want to watch out for that and pay real close attention. But cauliflower is low in calories. It's rich in potassium and in vitamin C. Cauliflower rice is a great substitute. I've made fried rice with that, with the cauliflower rice. I've had, I've never had this buffalo chicken bites. This, never had it like that. But that sounds really good. But I've made cauliflower mashed cauliflower. It's like the substitute for mashed potatoes. It's really good as well. So, you can flavor it with just about anything. So it's low in carbs, but it does have a cauliflower taste, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And just about anything that you would want to use it for. If you're using rice, you can use cauliflower for that. So that's a great substitute. And while we're wrapping up here, we're going to go with one more, maybe two. So, kale. Just so we know, I think we've talked about it before, but kale is rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K. It's great with potassium, calcium, magnesium. So that's a great health boosting food. So kale, you can put it in your smoothie, you can put it in your salad. You can mix it with your collards, like you're making greens, collard greens. You put the kale in there. So do kale. I think we talked about ginger. Ginger is great. It's great for weight loss because it's anti-inflammatory. It's great for your digestion. It helps to bring down inflammation. So ginger. So, and yeah, that's all I got for today. Whew, that was a lot on that list, y'all. That was a lot. That was a lot. But I want to help you get into your slimming mode there for after the first of the year. So you're gonna think back, you're gonna come back and you're gonna listen to this and you're gonna say, what foods can I eat? Because I wanna hit the ground running. Yes, that's what I'm trying to help you all do. Hit the ground running in 2022. It's coming. It's around the corner, y'all. And you're going to be ready for it. You're going to be ready. Yes. But not for a super fast diet. We're not doing quick diets here. No, no, no. We're not doing quick diets. We're not doing fad diets. What are we doing? We're making lifestyle changes. That's what we're doing. In 2022, we're making lifestyle changes for the better. We're going to get healthy. We're going to get right. We're going to get tight. We're going to be right in 2022, right? Yes, 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 yes. So just want to thank you all for tuning in today. I know it was a long one, but I just wanted to help us to get there. So we didn't have our guest today, but we got a great guest coming up on Thursday. So tune in. I'm going to be back here so bringing you some more health news and information. But we do have a great guest that's coming up on Thursday. So let me pull up. He's got a great story to tell us about his weight loss journey. He's an author, and so I'm really excited about what we have coming, about the guest that we have coming on Thursday. He is the last guest of this year, by the way. So I'm very, very excited about that. So his name is Jamil Efend. Yes, and he's going to come and he's going to share his weight loss story with us, his journey, his health journey. He's going to tell us a little bit about the books that he's written. So get prepared for a great conversation coming up on Thursday. But I'll be back here tomorrow at 6:30 with some more health news and information for you all. Again, if you want to get a hold of the sweetener SumSweet, please go over to sumsweet.com. That's SUMSWEET.com. If you want to get a hold, if you want to get this later and listen to the audio, you can always catch the podcast on any of your podcast platforms. And that's SARNT, or it stands for Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy, SAIRNT, Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. You can get it there. You can always go back and watch this again on YouTube at SAIRNT or on Facebook at SAIRNT. And You can, well, I don't know where it goes on Instagram. I got to find a way to capture it on Instagram. We're just live streaming on Instagram at Some Sweet Foods, and you can look for it again. You can find it on Twitter at Some Sweet Foods. That's it for today, you guys. For ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and please go follow me on TikTok at SAIRNT. Subscribe over there so that I can go live on TikTok as well. Until tomorrow, you know how we do.